You've been playing Gears for years. You know the maps. You know the Gnasher. You know wall bouncing. You know where the power weapons spawn. You've won thousands of fights. So, explain this. Why do you still lose fights when you know you should win? You slide into cover, push the corner, fire first, die. Immediately, your brain starts looking for answers. This shotgun didn't register. That wall bounce was lucky. The connection was terrible. The game robbed me. Maybe you're right. But what if none of those were the real reason? What if the fight wasn't lost when the shotgun fired? What if it was the last 5 seconds earlier? Because the biggest difference between good Gears players and great Gears players isn't their aim. It's the decisions they make before the fight ever begins. Welcome to How Winners Think. If you've watched Gears content for years, you have probably heard every mechanical tip imaginable. Improve your movement, master wall bouncing, hit more active reloads, learn the Gnasher, and all of those things matter. But eventually, every competitive player reaches the same point. Everyone can shoot. Everyone can move. Everyone understands the mechanics. So then, what separates the players who consistently win from the players who constantly wonder why they lost? Psychology, decision making, awareness. Today, we are going to explore why better Gears players still lose, why experience alone isn't enough, and how elite competitors quietly win fights before the first shot is ever fired. Because Gears has never just been about who shoots better, it's about who thinks better. Experience is a strange thing. At first, it teaches you. Then eventually, it starts to lie to you. The longer you have played Gears, the more familiar situations become. You stop observing. You start assuming. I know this path. I've won this fight before. I know exactly what they are going to do. Those thoughts in of itself feel like confidence. Sometimes they are simply assumptions wearing confidence though as a disguise. The best competitors never allow experience to replace observation. Because every opponent is different. Every team is different. Every fight has different information. Experience should guide your decisions. It should never make them for you. Most players believe a firefight begins when someone pulls the trigger, but elite players know it begins much earlier. Position, angles, cover, sightlines, crossfire, team spacing. All of these decisions happen before anyone, and I mean anyone, fires a weapon. Imagine two players with identical aim. One enters the fight exposed from two angles. The other forces a one-on-one. Who has the advantage, do you think? Probably not the player with better mechanics. The player with better positioning. Gears has always rewarded preparation, not panic. By the time the shotgun comes out, the fight may already be decided. One of the biggest traps in Gears is confidence though. The community celebrates aggression, big pushes, huge clutches, impossible outplays. But confidence without discipline quickly just becomes ego. You see an opponent alone, you sprint. In your head you say, I've got this. But what you didn't see was the teammate rotating behind him. The crossfire waiting around the corner, the angle that you gave away. Great players don't ask, can I win this fight? They ask, should I take this fight? That's a completely different question, and it produces completely different decisions. Ask a new player why cover is important, and they'll probably say it stops me from getting shot. That's true, yes, but it's also incomplete. Elite players use cover differently. Cover controls information. It limits what your opponent can see. It limits what they can shoot. It changes the angles available to both teams. The best cover isn't always, though, the safest cover. It's the cover that gives you the most information while giving away the least. Once you understand that, you stop hiding behind walls. You start using them as part of your tools. Think about your last death. What do you remember? Probably the shotgun blast, maybe the kill cam, maybe the final mistake. Now, I want you to rewind 10 seconds. What happened? Did you rotate too early? Did you ignore footsteps? Did you chase too far? Did you separate from your team? You see, most deaths aren't created by bad aim. They are created by a chain of decisions. The shotgun was simply the final chapter. If you only review the ending, you'll never understand the story. Watch great Gears players. They don't seem rushed. They rarely force fights. They don't even sprint into every opportunity. Well, that's because they are constantly asking better questions. Where is the second player? What angle am I giving away? If I push now, what information don't I have? Notice something? None of those questions at all are about mechanics. They're about awareness. That's why the best players seem calmer. They have learned that slowing their decisions often speeds up their victories. The game doesn't reward panic, it rewards clarity. The next time you lose a firefight, don't watch the kill. Rewind 5 seconds and then ask yourself, what decision put me in this position? Was it your rotation? Was it your timing? Your impatience? Your confidence? Find one decision, improve one decision. That's enough. Every Gears player wants better aim, better movement, better mechanics, and you should. But eventually, mechanics stop being the biggest difference. The players who continue improving learn to think differently. They stop replaying the kill. They start replaying the decision. Because every firefight begins long before anyone fires. And the players who understand that win battles that others never even realize have started. If you remember one thing from this video, remember this. Don't replay the kill. Replay the decision that created it. The next time you lose a fight, resist the urge to blame the shotgun or the connection or the movement. Instead, ask yourself one question. What decision made this fight possible? Because that's where improvement begins. Not in the final shot, but in the first mistake. This is how winners think. Welcome to Gears of War. And until next time, the best firefights are won before the trigger is ever pulled. Think first.